Huskers wrapped up their third fall camp practice here on Friday. Hi, Sean Callahan with HuskerOnline.com. It was a quarterback-heavy day for Nebraska, as not only did we hear from quarterbacks coach Glenn Thomas, but all three of the primary scholarship quarterbacks spoke to the media. Starting out first with quarterback Dylan Raiola, who is coming off a big spring, looking to be named the starter.
I think every day is just go out and compete. Our room has grown and since the spring, and we've gotten closer than we've ever been. So, I mean, obviously, everyone on the team knows it's a competition, and I mean, if you came and watched practice, it's not like, okay, I'm hoping or Heinrich's hoping someone messes up. Like, we're helping each other. We're trying to get the team better before we put ourselves first. So, I mean, that's part of being a quarterback. You put your team before yourself. But I mean, the time will come when it's time to name a starting quarterback. But as of right now, we're not. We're just worried about our team and what we can do to get better.
And Raiola continues to grow not only as a quarterback but as a leader.
I mean, the spring was kind of just everything brand new. And then, now having, a full spring under you, a full summer under you, you go into camp, you feel a lot more confident. I think our whole room has felt more confident. Danny, Heinrich, Jalen, Bodie, all the guys that, have been preparing and getting ready for this. So, yeah, we've been preparing a lot better, and, it makes it easier for us.
And for Glenn Thomas, his job is to keep challenging guys like Raiola each and every day.
Yeah, and to be expected probably with all quarterbacks. There's just a comfort level as far as whether it be the play call that's given in, the coverage that they're seeing. I think the more reps and experience that you get, there's that comfort level that continues to grow, right? So, whether it be pocket presence, hey, we drop back, they bring a blitz, you're calm and poised in the pocket and make the right decision. So I think that's probably the good thing that I've seen, or positive that I've seen, from the spring. It's kind of a big picture, a lot of moving parts. Introduction of playbook, introduction of defense. Obviously, Tony does a great job schematically with some exotic looks. So the experience, the meeting rooms, as we talk through it in the decision-making process, I think there's a comfort level that continues to improve.
There was a lot of buzz this week as well about a viral picture of Dylan Raiola next to Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes, and just how much the two resemble one another. And Raiola was asked just to weigh in on the attention that picked up nationally.
It was funny. I'm not on social media, so I mean, it was my teammates showing me, and we were at the training table and it popped up on ESPN. But it's pretty cool to be preceded by a guy like Mahomes. I mean, probably gonna go down as one of the greats. So it's cool. But honestly, our focus right now is to work on our team and keep getting better in camp. So I don't want to get distracted from what we're here to do.
Another big storyline with Raiola is just the family element. Not only is his uncle Donovan on the coaching staff, his older sister Taylor now works in the Husker recruiting department.
Yeah, it's cool to have. I think the spring game, the first touchdown I threw, I got to hug my uncle, probably one of the first people that was over there. So, it's giving me chills right now. But, just to have family here, growing up, that's all I had. That's all I ever knew. So, why change what I have? I have, an opportunity in front of me. Why, change what I have? So having him's great, but, like sister close to me, live together, and, her dog lives with us. It's special. Both my siblings, we have a special bond, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. So it's just comforting to, look to the sideline, see my uncle there. I mean, my sister comes to every practice, so, joke, nudge her, whatever, it's family, so it's very comforting.
And Donovan Raiola said it's been nice to be able to coach his nephew here at Nebraska over the last several months.
Dylan, he's done a great job. He's, he's just one of the guys. He's just working to improve every day, holds himself to a high standard, and, like what he says is really who he is. He loves it.
And we caught up with both of the other quarterbacks here as well, including Heinrich Harburg, who's hoping to make a big jump after starting 8 games a year ago.
I worked hard at them. I don't know if I'll ever achieve, perfection. I don't think anyone ever will. So that's what I'm always striving for. But I think I made a lot of improvement in those areas. So, but I mean, I'm still working every day. Before practice. Once you get into practice, you can't think about that stuff. And so that was part of the issue, not issue, but one of the hard things last year was it was all practice, and that's all we had time really for. So I couldn't, devote a lot of time to that sort of stuff. But with this off season and fall camp, there's time before practice and after practice to maybe work on some of that stuff. So just a little bit here and there to work on that.
Over the offseason, Harburg spent a lot of time working with quarterback guru and trainer Jeff Christensen out in Texas.
Yeah, so I mean, I started going down there, and he came up here one time, and starting December, and a lot of that's just pure mechanics. I mean, there's nothing else to it. So I mean, that's really the base of it. I went down there a couple times this summer, in the spring a little bit too. So, yeah.
Meanwhile, freshman Daniel Kalin, he's made a big gain physically, adding a lot of weight here to his body after his freshman year.
Yeah, that's been one of the kind of best things to see, just how much weight I've gained. I came in around 200, and I'm floating kind of around 220 now. So just done a good job of obviously put on the right weight, getting stronger in the weight room, and Coach Campbell does a really good job of that, and Christian does a really good job of getting us the right food to do that. But, yeah, that's been cool to see. And at the same time, not getting slower. Like I said, put on the right weight. But yeah, I've gained about 20 pounds.
And for Kalin now, he just wants to keep growing.
I would say so. I think both the weight and just the strength that I've kind of gained over the last couple of months has helped that. But I feel like I have definitely noticed that. Continuing to kind of grow in my arm strength and kind of being able to keep the same mechanics, but also get bigger and stronger has definitely helped.
And over the offseason, Nebraska added a fourth quarterback of note to their roster in Jalen Gramstad, the former NAIA National Player of the Year and a national championship quarterback, joined the room. All of the quarterbacks, as well as Glenn Thomas, broke down what Gramstad has added to that room.
Yeah, I think as much as anything, it's just the experience in the room. He's obviously had success at his other stop, and that success gives him credibility in our room and that experience. So, he's got a great personality, great character. He's humble. He just wants to fit in and help in any way he can. He wants to be a coach, so he kind of has that unique perspective of learning the big picture, which I really appreciate. Garrett McGuire was kind of like that when I coached him at Baylor. Man, he was an awesome asset to me as far as that perspective of helping the quarterback, maybe a little different voice. So you love those the quarterbacks, that want to be coaches and give that unique perspective. So it's really nice. And then from a skill set standpoint, he's got really nice arm talent. He's athletic with his feet, can make some plays off schedule, whether it be run game or pass game. So I think he brings a nice skill set to us even on the field, for sure.
Well, I mean, first off, he comes in the room, he's a great person. You see him, and he's always got a smile on his face. I don't think he has 1 ounce of sad or whatever in him. He's just been a joy to be around in the room, and great addition. On the football side, he's played a lot of football, so learning from him, learning from his experiences, no matter where he played in college and Player of the Year and all that. So it'd be not smart of me and the rest of our room not to learn from him. So. It's just been a great addition, and he's been awesome to be around.
He, I haven't gotten to know Jalen really well yet, but he does kind of bring a sense of comfort, I guess. It kind of feels like he just kind of completes the circle. I don't know if I wouldn't say there was a gap before Jalen, but it was. It did kind of feel just a little weird for me. I've been here a long time, and all these guys just came in, and they're high school and they have a lot of experience. They know the game well, but there is a certain level of how long have you been in college and seen all of this and know what college is like. And so today, Jalen, even though he came in the summer, he's one of those guys that started upholding the standard right away because he knows what it takes in college to continue to get better.
Yeah, Jalen's awesome. First of all, he's just a really good dude. Really good to kind of get to know him over the last couple of weeks. But really can throw the ball. He's really talented. Moves kind of better than what you would think. So, and I think the bottom line is just his experience. It's been kind of cool to see the way that he's gone about learning a new playbook. I feel like I've kind of been learning some stuff from him, and it's been kind of cool to see that. But he's a great dude, great addition to the room for sure.
We did talk some offensive line notes with Donovan Raiola, including Turner Corcoran, who's hoping to make a strong comeback here as he battles it out with Teddy Prohaska at left tackle.
You know, the more you're around him, I mean, he's just an unbelievable teammate. You know, understanding what he's coming back to, right? Him and Teddy are competing for that spot, and they work together every day. It's like they're best of friends. You know, usually you compete and you're like, you know, trying to, I don't know. But those guys, they work together every day, and they push each other and help each other, right? It's not like, and he just attacks everything. You know, his mindset, since I got here, you know, has been unbelievable.
And finally, the new training table opened up on Wednesday officially, and the early reviews are strong.
Oh, yeah, the new training table was crazy. It's really nice. Like, the first meal, some of us came in, and we're like, is it going to be like this every single time? They're like, yeah. Like, it's really good food. If you go in there and don't find something you want to eat, then I don't know what you're ever going to eat.
What's the best stuff so far?
The first meal, we had this really good salmon with like a glaze. I don't know. It was really good. It's all been good, though. It's been great. So.
Reporting here with the Nebraska football team in Lincoln, I'm Sean Callahan of HuskerOnline.com.